We've done something terrible. Can't help it. We're just animals. We've done something terrible. Can't help it. We're just animals. Fight like a tiger.
What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. So as you guys saw in the previous video, we ended up putting the BBS FIRs on my car. I think it looks amazing, but in this video, we're gonna deep dive into a topic that I think we should all discuss, and that's wheel specs. Later on in the video, we're gonna discuss exactly why wheel specs shouldn't be even a secret. So when you first look into buying wheels, there's many things you need to do. One thing you need to do is definitely look into the specifications because you want it to fit to your car. Because sometimes when you buy wheels without doing research, you may buy a set of wheels, it may not be the look you want because you may have bought the wrong spec. So a lot of times what you could do is look on Instagram, look on the forums, see other people that have the same wheels that you want on your car, reach out to them, right, and see what they can say, give you some input, or even reach out to the manufacturers or wheel suppliers. So what I did was, when I was looking for BBS FIRs, what I really did was look on the forums. I've asked a couple people, even Surreal Builds. He's located out in California, really nice guy. He gave me all his specs where he had on his car. He had an F80 M3 with BBS FIRs. So the specs he gave me, I kind of took into input, and also the previous owner of these wheels, Chris, gave me a solid deal where he came and gave me his input. A lot of that all depends because it all depends on your ride height, depends on how much camber you have, negative camber. So it's a lot of trial and error, right? So another reason why it's so important to know your wheel specs is because if you don't know your proper wheel specs, you're gonna waste your money, right? Because you're gonna buy it and then you're not gonna be able to use it, or you're gonna basically damage your fenders. If you see a lot of, when you go to car shows, next time you guys walk around, a lot of people that you walk around and see their cars, they have either banged up fenders, where it's all folded and stuff because they had the improper wheel specs. A lot of times when a tire hits up on the wheel well, it could damage the fender and that gets costly. So definitely do your research about the fitment. I know on my previous car back in the day, I had a Subaru. My rear fenders were actually rolled because I had a really aggressive setup. To this day right now, I'm not a really big fan of rolling the fenders or even modifying that because then when you go back to another different type of wheel, it may not fit properly. Like, you know, back to your previous wheel set or even stock wheels. So when I was first researching about wheel specs, back to my BBS LMs, I had the opportunity of going with what BBS recommends and also what other people recommend. If you guys don't know BBS, when they give you a specified fitment for your car, a lot of the time it's very conservative. Very conservative because they don't want to have to deal with the customer having fitment issues where it's having issues with too much negative camber. But I noticed I wanted a flush fitment, and that's something that I wanted for my vehicle. But when I was researching the forums or asking people on Instagram, some people have left me on red, never responded back. They look at it and it is what it is. But there's so much negativity in the car world where people either keying people's cars, telling people how to modify your cars. In hindsight, you should modify your car the way you want it. So a lot of people say they don't like a certain type of wheel, this and that, but you yourself and myself should modify the car the way you want it. But wheel specs should never be a secret, so the people that don't want to respond back to you, shame on them. Like I said, the car community has a lot of negativity, but we as a society, and also you guys watching, we could be the better people and helping each other out. Which is why today I want to tell you guys exactly what my wheel specs are. They're kind of like the secret sauce. It's kind of like the secret sauce where it gets you to a point where this might be the right fitment for you, but minus a few things here and there, what you may need a little bit more camber, raise the ride height, lower the ride height. But I'm gonna get you to that point where this fitment is flush, it's gonna look good in your car, and hopefully that you guys enjoy it when you guys purchase the BBS FIRs. My thoughts on the wheels, they look amazing. They look incredible. And a lot of people that have commented on the videos and also on Instagram, they say it's basically more of a sportier look. I agree. The BBS LMs is a gorgeous set of wheels. Don't get me wrong. I like them too. They're a lot harder to clean than these. These are a little bit easier. So now this is what you guys want to see, the wheel specs. So the front we have 20 by 9.5 plus 22 offset, and the weight-wise is insane. It's 17.5 pounds for the front wheel. Tires on that is going to be Michelin PS4s, which is one of the best tires out there for a high-performance street car. And the tire size on that is 265, 30, 20. Now let's get into the rear of the car. The rear BBS FIRs, we're looking at 20 by 10.5 plus 35 offset, and it's a 295 tire in the rear, 30, 20. And the weight is only a pound more. It's at 18.5 pounds. So if you really think about it, compared to other wheels, that's an ultra lightweight wheel. And compared to my BBS LMs, the first day I got this installed, you could definitely feel how light it was. As cliche as it sounds, it was so much more nimble when I accelerated, and it was a big difference. It was night and day difference. The BBS LMs is a two-piece wheel, so it's definitely heavier, but I'm torn in between them. So that's why I kept the LMs. I'm gonna keep them where I wanna switch off back and forth. So now that you know my wheel specs, let's talk about the fitment with the spacer. And spacer-wise, not a lot of people wanna add spacers onto a wheel. Me personally, I like a spacer because I want it ultra flush. So in the rear, and the last video you guys saw, I had a 5mm spacer on there, and to be honest, it was ultra flush. It looked amazing and insane, but the issue was I was rubbing. I was rubbing on hard dips, and that weekend I was actually going to Orlando for Desertland. There was actually a Cars and Octane event, and also it was for us to kind of scout that area out. If you guys don't know, we're gonna have an event at Desertland February 19th, and also we're gonna have a rally the next day on February 20th. Tickets go on sale October 1st, so definitely look into that. But it's gonna be an amazing event. We have a lot of people coming from out of state, and there's gonna be a lot of things to do. Go-karts, trampolines, a whole bunch of BMWs. It's gonna be a BMW catered event. With BMW Invasion, I know I'm sidetracking a little bit, but I wanna let you guys know too, that we do everything from getting it so easy for you guys to come to the event. So we have hotels ready for you guys at $109 a night. It's actually a decent hotel, not a bad hotel. So tickets go on sale October 1st, but we would love to see you guys there on February 19th and 20th. So besides that, let's get back into the wheel specs. So for that road trip, I took the spacer off just so I could get up there with no issues. And I had a thought process of, maybe I'll add a 3mm spacer, which shouldn't be that bad, which I ordered and I picked up early this week. And we installed a 3mm spacer on the rear, and it's nice. The fitment is right there. I only rub a little bit when I'm getting off a steep driveway, so it's not a big deal because it's not all the time I get off a steep driveway. But in the front was tucked in when I first got it. What I ended up adding was a 10mm spacer, which makes it ultra flush, and I don't have any fitment issues with that. My rear, just to give you guys a little bit more information, I have -2.6 camber. -2.6 camber is not a lot. It's not a lot to wear out your tires, but you do get enough where you could fit this setup right now. The front, unfortunately, I don't know the front camber, so the front shouldn't be that bad. I'm not really ultra flush where I'm hitting the fenders or anything, so whatever you decide to do on camber wise, you should be okay. I definitely want to mention one more thing about wheel specs. Look, I come to you guys very transparent, and any of you guys that answer any or ask any questions on my videos, Instagram, DMs, I always get back to you guys, and that's how the car community should be. So the next time you reach out to somebody that doesn't give you any information, shame on them. You should really make the car community a little bit better by offering information. Information should always be free, unless you're given like a secret recipe. But look, this is my secret recipe, and this is what I'm gonna give you guys. But I definitely wanna thank Chris, AKA Talk. He just got a Tesla Plaid. Congratulations to him. I know eventually he's gonna come back to the BMW world. And I also wanna thank again, Surreal Builds out in California. Those are the guys that really helped me out with this fitment, and also my trial and error a little bit from switching spacers. But I want to thank you guys for watching this video. If you guys agree that wheel specs should never be a secret, hit the thumbs up. And like I said earlier, let me know exactly how somebody else has helped you modify your car with the proper, instructions and either some of their secret sauce. But next week's video, I filmed a few weeks ago where I was actually in Wyoming, Montana, and Idaho on a family trip. Hence I'm rocking this shirt. This is from Wyoming. That video, I took a lot of time to edit, and it really means a lot to me to also show you guys, because I think a lot of us can relate to that. It's a topic that we could relate, whether you have a BMW, Audi, Honda, anything really, but it's a topic that I think we could all agree. And when you guys see that video, hopefully you guys enjoy it. It took a lot of time and effort, like I said, to edit it. And also, when I edit it, it just reminds me of my family trip. And what's important in life is family, time, and just enjoying life. So with that being said, I want to thank you guys so much for watching again. Definitely stay tuned for next week's video. Like this video and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one.
She bought me quick and mixing up the different products. Kiss your problems under my liquor bottle and genelect to make a gender generalize the women that I'm sitting next to. Whispered, oh my God, I think I seen them on my type, but I like. If y'all like what I like, then my night is finite. But we get it started up. Ooh, you got the curve thing, let your curl hang. Girlfriend look like everything I'ma regret tomorrow. But you just wanna hang with the A-list. Cussing women out and kiss my mother with the same list. You can keep your name, who you came with. Keep it real, it's not my business, but we in it for the same shit, girl. I know you using me to make your man mad, though. I think it's cool as fuck. Is he coming to scoop you up? It's Gucci. I'm on Deuce, you every lie pop off. But just in case I fall asleep, I'll let the top lock off and you can
let me know when you get back. Let me know